Hey, Linda. How you going? How's things? Hey, Metalman. That's fair enough. Fair enough, Linda. Life is ticking along best it can. Half of 16 is 8. Correct? Yes. Hey, Rob, how you going? Long time no talkie indeed. This is why I normally use my mini ruler, but I can't find it right now. Oh, there it is. Everyone should have a mini ruler. Why doesn't that look right? Okay. Good reminder, Gilad. I have 2 in my forge. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, this little baby one is really helpful for laying out because, like, obviously the full length plastic rulers are great because you can see through them, you can align things. But yeah, having a small metal rule or a small rule in general is nice. Glad to provide it for you, Linda. The great thing about plastic rulers like this is that they also act as a square because the 15 millimeter and the 6-inch mark line up exactly. So you can square things. You could also use a protractor, but I don't have one of those, I don't think. I used to have one, but we got moved, setting up engraving layout table and leatherworker in the basement. Oh, nice. I mean, hey, at least you got a space. So I really need to buy myself a new protractor. And then we check our squareness. 20 mil. 20 mil. Perfect. Always check your measurements. Then again, this is just a general sketch, so I'm not looking for perfection. That's ironic. What's that? 12. Just less than 5 inches. 12. And then I believe I made 25. So perfect. Made this tang the perfect length, which is unusual. Oh, going to Virginia. What are you doing in Virginia? Wait, that's not right. That can't be right. Oh, crap. Don't tell me that I'm actually short. I am actually short. That's all right. I can weld on a tanning extension. No one will know. I'm only short by like 20 mil. That's sad. It's then 25 off the back at that. Central VA Blacksmith Guild. All right, nice. Hammer-in's always fun. Okay, that's my bottom guard. I don't really have the ability to use the bottom of the letters to align. I don't really need a big one because that's going to be the grip length. Possibly be shorter. I don't want to shorten it too much though. Acanthus leaves. Fun. I could shorten it by an eighth. Make it exactly 4.5 inches of handle length. But then that just makes this go to there. Is that 20 mil? Yeah, that's 20 mil. I'm using an ungodly mix of both imperial and metric. That's my system. Let me know. Leave me alone. Never made an acanthus leaf, much to Roy's disappointment, I'm sure. There are certain measurements that are easier in metric, and there are certain measurements that are easier in imperial. And because I was raised on both, I tend to switch between them quite frequently. Bilingual. Biometric. Little tip for when you're using a pencil with a ruler. I actually don't shape it to a fine point. I shape it flat, like a carpenter's pencil. Makes it easier to follow the ruler edge. Yeah, and like in most cases, I'm with you. Like metric is, especially in small measurements. But like handle lengths and stuff, I almost always speak in inches because it's just easier for my brain. Okay, that's 1 inch. Type metal for this, which type metal for what? For the sword? Or for the fittings? Because they are two different things. 4.5 inches. I'm gonna go there. The blade is Damascus. It's 1084 and 15 and 20 and 80 CRB2. 380 layers. Ladder pattern. I already have the blade. Now it's designing fittings. This isn't going to be low enough. It's all right. It's fine. You can get another piece of paper to do the rest. Boom, boom. And then it's going to go off the edge. What's this? Fittings. Yeah, no, not finishes, fittings. the fittings that are going to be attached to the blade will be mild steel. So but they're going to be heavily engraved. So that's part of my design process today. That was put in a terrible place anyway. It's fine. I'm going to design the hilt, and then we'll get another piece of the iron from specific scrap metals. Oh, nice, Rob. That's cool. Scrapping's always fun. Okay, so yeah, that gap there needs to be fixed. I'm going to pull up my camera controls and fix the focus, because I know the focus is shooting in and out for you guys, and that must be annoying. Zoom you in a little bit. There we go. Apologies, knocking the microphone around. I'm just gonna move the camera over here a little bit. Okay. Like that. I mean, it's a little bit better. I mean, technically true gear blade, unless there's something that specifically, prevents you. Yes, I was doing a thing. There was a thing in my head. That was in my mind. Was doing a thing where I was thinking. It's morning. Everything is blurry. I mean, fair. It's night time, yeah. Now I know he wants Viking fittings, but Viking fittings are boring. I'm not like a super fan of Viking fittings. Let me just check the Peterson catalog. Let's have a look at the Peterson typology. So most of you will know about the oak shot, Hewitt oak shot. I mean, you don't need a building, but I mean, yeah, it makes it easier. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so most of you will know about the Hewitt Oakeshott typology, so typology, like the Type 18 and like everything from the Type 10 through to the Type 20 something, 25, I think. There is the Peterson typology, um, which is the Peterson typology is a typology of Viking swords or migration era swords, Celtic and Anglo-Saxon and Viking. Yeah, Speargrass is a good place to look. I really like the Peterson Type L, but I don't know that it fits. And he's got typologies going all the way up to the Crusades. And then basically from the Crusades onwards, you have the Peterson typology turns into the Oak Shot typology. See, I really like that. That's nice. Wish I could screen record. I'm sorry, guys. You're not going to be able to see what I'm looking at. But I'm just looking at typologies. So that's Peterson Type S. Kind of like the 5-lobe. Peterson Type S. L. The L's nice, but not sure that it's really what my customer is looking for. Type E is more Anglo-Saxon. Yeah. Might have to go with something like a Peterson Type S. Because it's best suited to my style. Yeah. I think I'm going to do a minor variation on Peterson Type S. Let me just note that. You could build a little one, Linda. How far do I forward want this? How wide do I want it? Because Type S's are quite narrow. No, they're not. The blade typology is a little wider. You got like a kind of Viking type O blade. tends to go narrower. Eh, sort of similar. Yeah, it is very narrow. There's a wheeler's typology. Yeah, I'm not sure that would be good there, Linda. The sword is 31 inches long. Okay, so S is very late. So type K would be more. Type K. This is type K. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, but it's all very straight. Hmm. Hmm. It's very difficult because I kind of want to put my own spin on it, but I also want to be relatively historical. Hmm. No, fuck it. I'm going with the type S. Yeah, whatever. See you later, Gibblade. Go for it, metal man. Shoot. Right, so we're going with Peterson type S, which means that we're going to have flared guard in both directions. Do I want to flare it both ways? I don't like it flared both ways. No, I'm definitely going with flared one way. Okay, so we want a shallow curve, and how long do we want it? I reckon like 20 mil. What do I reckon? 20 mil good from the edge. I reckon 20 mil from the edge is good. It didn't actually hurt. I've got one of those brain things where I say ow when I drop something, even if it doesn't hurt. No, I don't. And I actually have a full video on making a hamon. I'm surprised you haven't seen that one. Okay. I have used everything from a Satanite to bloody like JBG 150, Lanco 156. Normally I use some form of like refractory cement. The real trick is getting a slick on the blade. Now, like you can do the whole wrap it in um, wrap it in wire and stick the stuff to it. I hate it. But yeah, I normally use a refractory cement of some kind, and putting a slip on, um, and basically you clean the blade really thoroughly with soap and water, hot water preferably, and then rub the slip onto it, so a really thin layer of clay. Let that layer dry, and then apply your main layer of clay. Because that way you guarantee there's no oil. Um, because that's a lot of the time what happens is that either oil or moisture get in the way. And then all you have to do is bake the clay on. So let it let it dry naturally most of the way before you start baking it, and then bake it very lightly. I normally just stick mine like a foot from the forge door, um, until it's totally dry, 100% dry, so that no moisture can pop off. Um, you should never get it to the point where it's too hot to touch, but it should, like, you heat it up, it's going to dry faster. Um, and then once you've done that, it should be dry enough to quench. Right, I was doing a thing. Yes, I was making. I'm gonna check how central my center line is. What was that? 40. That's 47, and that's 48. That's pretty damn close. Like, that's not bad. No worries, Kenny. Always happy to help, buddy. You know how it be. So I want that to be the extremity. I want that to be the extreme of the blade. So at least I know it's 48 from here. Not bad for a hand forged blade. 47 here. I miss my roller ruler. So you can buy draftsman's rulers. Hey, Bo. Draftsman's rulers. I used to have one. They're normally a clear ruler like this, but they have like a roller on the back. And the reason you have that roller is that you can push the ruler, and the roller keeps it perfectly square. So you can basically, draw a line, push it up, draw a line, push it up, and it'll always be exactly parallel. And that's always really handy for doing stuff like this. That's a draftsman's ruler. I need to buy one again. I need to buy another one. Hey, Bryson. So we're going to expand the top here. And if we're forging it, we're probably going to end up with, what's that? Let's see if it's something that looks nice. Okay, so I need my ruler. What's that look like? Yeah, 5 mil. Well, that'll work. And that's going to be curved. Like this. actually think we can bring this back 5 mil. That is about there. Is that about 5 mil? That's about 5 mil. Ow. I did it again. I said ow, even when it didn't hurt. So this is going to be here we go. So that's the guard. That's going to be the guard shape. It's going to be curved here. And yeah, flat across the bottom. I want the flat across the bottom. I might knock the corner off there, but I want it flat across the bottom because that's more comfortable. The original Type S's actually flared both sides, and I just don't like that. I don't like how that would feel in the hand. So I'm taking a little bit of artistic license, if you like. Okay, I'm just going to quickly use my computer to measure 95, and then that one is, call it 80. So what percentage of Christ, I need to do math again. Math, no, my ultimate weakness. 95 divided by 80 equals percent. Nope, that's not how it works. Clear everything. 95%. Okay, so 95 minus 80. 95 divided by 15. I have forgotten how to calculate percentage. I am a moron. So what's 10% of, like 10% of 95 is 9.5. So 80 divided by 9.5. I'm going about this the whole way, I know. I don't know what it means. um, it's just over 10%, so it's like 12%. Why am I overthinking this? Why am I overthinking this? I do this every time. Okay, let's go 12% less. This is a very long way around to get to. Oh my god, I should have measured it. Oh, you moron. Oh, that's so stupid. Okay, so the reason I'm laughing is because I took a measurement of a picture on on my computer with the ruler that came out to 95. Because what I was trying to do was measure the width difference between the top guard and the bottom guard, right? Because this is the bottom guard, this is the top guard that comes on a Viking sword. And I measured the. All right, Rob, have a good one, mate. So I measured the width of the bottom guard on the picture, and I just blew up the picture to it, like, roughly this size, because I was going to take a percentage of this to this, right? Because this is slightly smaller. And I measured this one at 95 mil, right? 95 millimeters, 9.5 centimeters. What I didn't realize after doing all that fucking math, trying to figure out what percentage 80 is of 95, the guard that I've drawn is exactly 95 mil long, which means that my top guard will be 80, 80 millimeters. Like, that's, oh God, so stupid. But at least at least I know I'm not, you know, losing my, losing my mind. Let's give myself some markers for the curve. Okay. So we can just curve that in like that. Go. So that's my top and bottom guard. This has been a fight to get to this point. I'm going to darken these lines just so that I have something to trace later. Because I'm going to trace these and then I'm going to design my engraving to go on that. Okay, gives me a reference. Now I need to design my pole, because this tang will come up. I will weld on a small extension, which will then be pinned at this point. So that's going to be a weld. It's not really going to be a weak point. I'm just going to point it over here because, yeah, anyway. It's not really going to be a weak point here because, like, that's going to be inside. The stresses are going to be, like, on the tank itself at the various junctions. And I don't think this is going to see a lot of combat. I have the type S references. Do I want to go with a 3-lobe or a 5-lobe? Kind of like the Type T, which is kind of a mix of a 5-lobe and a 3-lobe. Which basically has 2 radiant lines like this. And that comes to a curve like that. I'm just freehanding this, I'm not measuring it because I'm running out of energy and I don't have time. And I'm normally pretty accurate with my freehand. I need to drop that a little bit. I say I'm not measuring things, and then I go and measure things. $12 mil. Is it from the line? Yeah, 12 mil. Yeah, pretty close. Hey, Bor. Hey, Bobby. Oh, sorry, I already said hi, Bor. Never mind. Don't mind me, I'm just prattling. $17. $7. So that's about the same. So that line just needs to come up just a skosh. Just a skosh. Slowly. It's going slowly. Okay. It's the nature of the beast. It's just how it is. The design step is always the hardest. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. That looks nice. Well, good. I'm going to be packing up here in a second anyway, so if you want me to pick you up, let me know. Morning, Ben. Ugh, I mean, hardly, Metal Man. I'm an okay sketcher. And then it's going to be 25 mil. It's going to be inch wide. Or is it going to be inch wide? Do we want inch wide? We don't want fucking 40 mil wide. Do we not want 40 mil wide? 40 mil wide seems ridiculous. 15 mil wide? 30 mil wide? Let's draw 30 mil wide. And 20 mil wide. Basically hugging the tang. That's going to be the handle. Tempted to put in leather wrap. Not enough room for the fucking wood. It's going to have to be wider than that. I did say hello to you, Mr. Toombs, didn't I? I mean, it's about right. It's about right for the width of my hand. The guy I'm selling it to is about the same size as me, or a little bit smaller, but maybe 35 mil. I mean, this is just going to be wood core leather wrap. I mean, it's going to increase in width and thickness with a leather wrap, but I need it to be at least a little bit. So what's that? 16. Let's go 17 is 34. Let's go 35. There. There. And then let's go 24. That's a bit more realistic. There we go. Ben, I don't have toothpicks small enough. Yeah, no, with my hand it looks about right. Like, so it should be about the width of my palm, because the whole idea is that the guard, the top guard and the bottom guard lock your hand in place on the blade. And if anything, it's a little bit large, but better a bit larger than a bit small, I think. Because then, yeah, that's going to add another 2 mil, like millimeter. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. That's fine. And then we'll see if I want to put risers in. Because if I'm putting risers in, it'll be there. So that's that one. That one. Um, so it's 28.75. So let's call it 29, shall we? plastic ruler. Eighth of an inch risers. There we go. So that would be the 3 risers for 4 fingers in 1/8 inch, and they'd be under the wrap. So like that would be textured. So this area would be textured. So these are all textured. So yeah, those would all be textured. What is the blade on my desk? You mean this one? My old folding knife. This is the first folding knife I ever made. It's a little friction folder. Still use it for stuff like sharpening pencils. Yeah, it's a useful little tool to have on my desk. Okay, so that's the design for the handle for the sword. Pretty happy with that. And now I got to draw my engraving, but I'm going to do that another night. So, because yeah, this is going to have engraving on both sides of the pommel and both sides of the top guard and both sides of the bottom guard. And this is going to have rivets. So you're gonna have to solder some rivets in. Yeah, not unhappy with that. Not unhappy with that at all. Yeah, I'll probably end up knocking the corners off those. Make it less sharp. No one likes hard corners on the handles. Stack bone. Stack bone's always good. Maybe soften those edges a little bit. Not bad for a first draft. I'll probably refine it as I go. Because this is going to have the wolf chasing the sun. And then on the other side, it'll have the wolf chasing the moon. Still tossing up what I'm going to do here. I'm like tempted to inlay the name of the sword and then the name of the owner on the other side. Like do wire inlay. I think that'd be a cool idea. And do like both of them in runes so that it's Viking. Whoa. Okay, so now I just need to, work on the engraving and the idea for. Because I don't like the idea of doing anything on the blade. Because the blade is finished, so the only way to put anything on the blade would be to etch it. And I don't want to etch or like resist against the Damascus. Just gotta darken the lines. All right. Sorry, the streams have been a little boring. It's mostly been research while I figure out what the hell I'm doing with this design, but you can see all of the basic design elements. Here's the blade. So now I just have to weld on the tang extension, which will be just a piece of mild steel. And actually doing that will help with the peening. Because it means I don't have to do the peening hot. I can do the peening cold. Because I was worried about that, having to peen. I might actually end up cutting this back just a little bit more. Well, a longer extension. But anyway, and then I've got to make a punch. The same shape as my tang. Or a slitting chisel, either one. And then I got to make a drift. The same shape as my shoulders. Because I am not using the blade to drift. So I've got to make some stand-ins. That'll be my job tomorrow. Oh boy. Grinding bone does stink, this is true. Alright. Alright guys, thank you very much for hanging out. Lift this up so you can see me. Hello. Greetings. It's me. So I hope you guys had a fantastic day, fantastic night. Hope you guys have a good day if you're over in the other side of the planet. I'm going to pack these things up. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, make sure you catch it on film and send it to me so I can laugh at your mistakes. Hopefully you guys will stay tuned for the updates on this project, and I will let you know how it goes. All right. Yeah, we all want, guys. See you next time.